It's the only detection he has. I'm surprised that Special has not put up turrets for detection next to those bunkers, as a matter of fact. That would be a pretty smart move. He's just depending on Comsat, which he doesn't have any of. So it seems a bit silly to me, but obviously he knows best. I guess he has more of a sense of whether or not Luxury is going to... Did I just see a... What did I just... Did I just see a Wraith? Maybe I was just tripping. Never mind. For some reason I thought I saw a Wraith flying by. Anyway, he now has a couple more Comsats up. He uses both of them. Again, yeah, I did see a Wraith. Ah! Kills off an Overlord with a Wraith. And that's actually a pretty smart move there, getting the Wraith out while he's waiting for the science facility to complete. Oh, misses a chance to pick off that Lurker. Has 4 hit points on that Lurker. Even a Wraith could have killed it off in 1 hit. Anyway, so the Wraith is out now. That's going to force him to build some more Hydralisks and actually going to keep him from building Mutas or anything like that. Although he does have the Spire up, so Para Scourge is going to finish off that Wraith before too long. Gonna get a couple Overlords though. No, pretty nice move. Oh, does not get the final hits on that Overlord. Wow, this is actually turning into a game here. I thought Luxury was gonna bust him very quick here, but Luxury being a little bit timid and trying to kind of macro off of that advantage is now facing some pressure himself. Special is about to have Science Vessels out. He's got his Comsats going now. Oh, kills all the Lurkers in the middle. All 3 of the Lurkers get tanked. And Luxury was paying so much attention to that one single Scourge by the starport that I guess he forgot to unburrow his Lurkers and fall them back. So now he's going to be in a little bit of trouble. He's trying to morph some more Lurkers. At this point, he's trying to buy time now for the next level of tech. He's trying to hold off to get the Defilers out. I believe I saw a Defiler mound earlier, but it's still going to be a little bit of time before he can get consumed in order to actually use them very well. He's going to have to just try and burrow and unburrow, burrow and unburrow, burrow and unburrow, slowly trying to make Special take time to siege and unsiege, siege and unsiege. Oh, he loses the vessel! He loses the vessel! Oh my god, that's going to slow him down a ton, and Luxury may have just bought himself back into this game right now. By doing that, he's bought himself a lot of time, because now the Comsats are going to be the limiting factor in this. He's not going. Oh, he's going to get that drone. He's going to get that drone. No, doesn't get the drone. Does not get the drone. He's still facing. He's still in trouble here, though. He's still going to have to fall back, and he's actually falling back a little bit too far, I think, because he should make him waste that Comsat, I think, while he can. But instead, he's falling back to this one location there. He may have consumed He may have consumed almost all the way upgraded, and then maybe that's why. Oh, a few Marines getting caught out of guard here. I'm not sure why those Marines were running down there. Anyway, but he's got a lot of stuff to protect these tanks. Tanks moving in are going to be able to siege up, and he does have Consume. Consume is upgraded. What's he going to do? He's going to try and push out. He goes in. If he can tank that Lurker, no. I mean, the Defiler, he does not get the Defiler. Scourge going in, takes out the Science Vessels while the tanks are pushed back. More Swarm going down on a bunch of forces. He does not have the Lurkers following up, though. He should have just burrowed some of the Lurkers underneath the first Swarm and moved the second set of Lurkers up underneath the second Swarm. But he does not do that. He needs to get a Swarm on top of those Lurkers now, though, actually. Otherwise, they are going to die despite being on that ridge in a nice position. But yeah, that's what I was going to say, is now he can really just target that third base. He doesn't have the Nidus up yet. And, oh, Special is picking off so many Lurkers in transit to try and protect this location. He's having to put the Swarm down in kind of a funny spot, and so his third base is going to get completely overrun. But no, he's just abandoning that location, just saying, screw the tanks. He's going to try and run in here. He does not have Swarm at this location, though. He's burrows all of his Lurkers in the same spot, and now he's going to have to spend time unburrowing them and moving them in. I guess he doesn't have a ton of Lurkers, so it's kind of smart, but all the drones have been lost in the meantime. He's going to lose that primary hatchery there, and this is really, really not looking good at all for Luxury. Luxury may get taken out. Special may get his revenge from the previous OSL. He may get his get-backs and may actually eliminate Luxury from this OSL and move on to face Pure. But it's not over yet, folks. We've got vessels coming out now. He keeps losing his vessels. Special really, really needs to be careful of that. If he had those 2 vessels that he's lost somewhat carelessly, he'd be raiding these Defilers and he'd be in a lot stronger position. So Luxury is still staying in this game somehow. He's still got a hatchery at that location, so he can still do some mining from there if necessary and get that extra hatchery up to better mine the gas. And he's actually taking a 4th base in the bottom left, which is going to get shut down immediately. Probably going to have to cancel it unless Special decides to wait until the base finishes, and then no, he's just going to attack it. Let Luxury cancel it. Oh well, we got mines out now. Very nice move by Special. Switching over, getting some mines. The minefield's very, very good against the lurkers, what have you. Um, Especially against counterattack in kind of a situation where you're attacking. So, well, he's not attacking right now, but yeah, the minefields can be very, very, very deadly to groups of lurkers, especially because usually Zergs are not smart enough, and I'm going to go out on a limb here and say Luxury is probably not one of the Zergs that is smart enough to send Lings ahead of their armies in order to suck up the mine hits and soak up the mines. And Luxury, I mean, there's some Zerg players, like especially like Zero, that are just, well, actually, there we go. Luxury sending in a few Zerglings to take some mine hits, so very smart of him, actually. I usually would not expect Luxury to kind of have that top-level decision-making in general. He's well, I guess it's his multitasking that usually fails him more than anything else. So maybe I shouldn't be insulting Luxury's decision-making. But anyway, here comes some more Zerglings just sucking in mines. But again, his third base is under attack, and again, he doesn't have anything to defend there. He really needed the Nidus over there, and he's got a Defiler, and that's the multitasking I was talking about, running the Defiler in and having it just die to Marine Fire. He's going to lose that third base again. This time, Luxury going in for a little bit of a counterattack at the natural expansion with some swarms, but it looks like that has actually been taken care of. So Special is in a huge lead right now. Luxury is very, very close to being eliminated at this point. There's just a few lurkers underneath that, underneath those swarms, and 3 vessels are out now, though, so he can just go in and irradiate that stuff. Defiler's coming in to try and push that attack closer. If he can get a couple more Defilers out there, he'll be able to push in on those bunkers. But there's Firebats now, so I don't know if it's going to do enough good. One of the Defilers has been irradiated. Second one gets a swarm down. The mines get drawn right into those lurkers. Those lurkers are almost dead. Firebats running in underneath the swarm. Unstimmed, but still doing a decent job nonetheless. It looks like most of them get taken out by those lurker fire, but they still manage to, the lurkers... but the Firebats do manage to take out a couple of lurkers, so there's really not much underneath those swarms. It looks like a single lurker underneath the swarms. He really should pick it up, actually, and move it a little bit closer underneath the swarm as well, but it needs to stay burrowed at the moment just to try and deal with that, any Firebats that come in. And look at this, running in. Oh, man. 2 Defilers get picked off without anything happening. Finally gets a swarm down. Not going to do a ton of good, though. Okay, a couple lurkers morph in just in the nick of time, but this is still horrible. He may even run just past those lurkers. A couple Lings keeping things underneath there. He just runs this single Zergling in there to die. It was kind of a cute little thought to try and run the Marine past, maybe kill a drone or something like that. But things are horrible for Luxury right now. He's just going to have one last chance to do one last all-in counterattack, and if it fails, he is out of the game. Special's getting at third base. There's nothing Luxury can do about it right now. He just does not have any forces. Look at this is basically an entire army, handful of Zerglings, a few lurkers, 1 Defiler. If that Defiler goes down, this is over. Special not paying attention to those forces is going to lose him pretty quickly, but and that bunker's going to go down. But it doesn't really matter at this point, I don't think. I think Luxury is about to go out, so we are actually going to see some. I was hoping for some ZVP, but in fact we are going to see some TVP. We're going to see Special get his revenge, beating Luxury, and is going to move on to face Pure, the monster of Pure, in the next round. GG coming from Luxury. Luxury eliminated by the man that he eliminated from the previous OSL offline prelims. So well played by Special, and I gotta say, Special really played well that entire series, doing a really excellent job, and Luxury just kind of made a few mistakes here and there. He played okay, but he did make a few mistakes, and the mistakes really, really cost him. Special really punished him for those mistakes. You know, game 1 was pretty open and shut. The timing attack really shut Luxury down. Anyway, but Luxury went for 2 hedge lurkers as well, which, you know, if they spot it and hold it off, then the Zerg is always behind. So a bit ballsy there, and it didn't pay off for him. So he only really has himself to blame, I believe. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. Time to move on to the next series.